Professor Oleg Remidovich Petrenko. Hope he's home.
Who the hell are you, and who sent you?
I'm Richard Racek. I'm looking for somebody who will be able to help me with problems. They sent me to you.
Who sent you here?
Well, in fact, nobody. A man. He was in...
I really don't care about who he was, where he was, or what he told you. He lied to you, that's it. And now get lost.
But wait, He's dreaming a happy, alcoholic dream. I'll leave him to it. Tom is mad at me. I better let him cool down.
You bastard! You're gonna pay for this!
What are you talking about?
What? Are you kidding me? You asked me what I'm talking about? You killed Petrenko! Do you even know who he was?
Killed? What do you mean killed? He sent me away. He sent me back here. He said he didn't need anything.
Yeah, he didn't need anything, and you mistook that for a death wish. Nice.
But that's not true. I didn't kill him. I just...
Gave him the last sacrament, sure.
This is crazy. How can I prove to you that I didn't kill him?
Think fast, because your time's running out.
I'll find proof. I'll convince you.
Proof? I'm already convinced that you killed him.
I'll prove my innocence.
And how do you want to do that?
I'll go to the crime scene and search it. I must be able to find something.
All right. But remember, you don't have much time. Got it? Dead man?
Jesus. That man can't be normal. Why should I be the one to kill Petrenko? Today's the first time I've heard about him. Damn. I wonder how I'll get out of this fix. Hi, kitty. Where did you come from? It seems purebred. It's probably been abandoned. Here, kitty kitty. Don't be scared. Ah, you scatty bitch. Not very friendly.
Good day, how can I help you?
What's going on here? I have to arrange something inside.
I'm sorry, but that won't be possible. Please leave.
And why?
Look, at this rate I should be the one questioning you, but I can't be bothered, so I'll just repeat myself once more. Leave. Because if those metal boxes here that you want to arrange something in there, they'll drag you away.
But why? They have no reason to...
Well, to begin with, they don't need a reason. Not to mention the fact that a man was murdered here, and he was no common tramp.
Murdered? Who was murdered? And who did it? Do you have any leads?
That's not my problem. At least not now.
You don't know who was murdered?
Look, man, you're really starting to piss me off. It's none of your business. Are you always this curious?
Well, you know. It's in my blood, I guess.
Alright, I guess it won't hurt. Either me or that man. Petrenko. Professor Petrenko.
How was he killed?
Jesus, man, this is too much. I'm losing my patience, and this conversation is over. Understood?
Wait. You're responsible for investigating the case, aren't you?
Not me. I don't give a damn. I just stand here and wait until those metal boxes go away.
So you're just guarding the place? Why? Aren't you with the police?
Why? The old types have been quite faulty lately. I really am with the police, but even there we have errand boys. And look, if you don't stop prying, you'll get scraped up and bundled off by these numbskulls, as well as me.
What do you mean?
Look, it's not funny anymore. Not only is it none of your business, but moreover, you can't do anything about it. And the way you're talking is dangerous.
Okay, but maybe I can help. Look, I need to get inside, and I'm willing to do almost anything to get in there.
Well, maybe. Damn. Alright, look. I investigated a particular case. Someone murdered an important man from the government district. And right here in the slums, quite deep inside in the ruined supermarkets where the squatters stay. Do you at least know where that is?
I think I know, yeah. And now?
Well, I simply couldn't solve it. I was unable to find the murderer. It had to be one of those good-for-nothings. But I have no idea which one. If you could help me, I questioned the family there. A mother, a father, and a little daughter. Well, little. 14, maybe 15 years old. Quite a pretty girl. And she suffered from it too. She was probably selling herself to him in exchange for food. And often got beaten up by him.
You mean the dead man from the government district?
Most likely. But the girl told me nothing but lies during the interrogation. And when her parents disappeared, for some reason later on, she stopped speaking altogether. I don't know why or where they've disappeared to. I think it's connected somehow. But I can't prove it. You said you needed to get inside. I'll get you there. That's no problem. Just find me some leads.
How do I know I can trust you?
You'll have to. That iron scrap will be investigating here for a pretty long time, I guess. Several days, at least.
All right. What shall I do? I'll try something. I don't know. She's a policewoman. Degraded and willing to do anything to get her position back, but still a policewoman. But I probably don't have another possibility. I hope she won't let me down. I'll have to be terribly careful.
Have you found anything out?
Nothing yet.
Same as me.
And why exactly did they suspend you?
Well, that bitch. I mean the wife of the dead guy from the government district. Wanted either the murderer or someone's head. And 'cause there was no murderer to be found, they took the head. My head.
I'm really sorry.
Me too. So try to do your best. Or else you won't get inside for several more days at least. And considering how rushed you seem to be, there's probably some deadline that you really can't afford to miss.
Come to protect your country and fight the enemy. War needs you. This must have been here for a while. Well, at least since the war. Interesting couple. A homeless man and a malfunctioning android. Greetings. May I have a few words with you?
Nice jacket, buddy. What about exchanging it for something? We would like it. What do you say, Tin Box? Yeah. Tin Box would like it too.
No thanks. I'd rather keep it.
All right, as you wish. So what do you want? We're listening.
How long have you been living here?
Do you mean here in Prague? Here under that market? Or here together with Tin Box?
Well, just here, unemployed.
Yeah, that has been a really long time. I stopped counting it already. But surely no less than 10 years.
That's a really long time.
Sure is. Luckily, I have Tin Box here. He helps me out a lot. Am I right, you old rusty old can?
And how did you end up here?
Same way as all the others. What a surprise, huh? I simply went to work as usual. I was stopped at the gate, and they took away my personal card. I thought at first, I'm gonna avenge myself. I'm gonna find the resistance, and that's gonna be it. But nothing's as easy as it seems. I didn't find the resistance. Instead, I swallowed the bait of some bastard who was probably just making fun of me. Well, and then I met this old Tin Box here, and we've been struggling along together since then. What? Have you lost your tongue?
Huh? No, I was just thinking. What or who is this Tin Box anyway? It looks like a broken android.
Tin Box! He's a sort of my faithful friend. And a little bit of revenge, too.
Revenge? What do you mean?
Once I was hanging around the places where fighting with androids took place, I found him lying there. He was the least damaged android there, but when I turned him on, he was unable to walk, so he couldn't run away from me. And because I grew tired of listening to all that bullshit about arresting me, I've turned off all his speech circuits too. I may talk to him and he just creaks. He never opposes me. Perfect companion.
But I still don't understand what you said about revenge?
Androids took away my life, so I've taken an android. Maybe it's not much, but it means a lot to me.
Now I understand.
Moreover, it's worth a fortune. I can exchange it for anything.
So you exchange things?
Sure, buddy. There's no other way to make a living here.
And shouldn't it be called theft instead?
Bullshit! I'm no thief! I only took what nobody else wants. Or, I exchanged things for other things.
All right. And what can you offer me?
Wrong question. The right one is, what are you able to offer me?
Not my jacket, I'm afraid.
Alright, but you would get a lot for it.
But I like my jacket, and I want to keep it.
Your problem. But if you want to exchange something else, I'll be glad to help.
I'll be going. Thank you.
No problem. Go.
This must be the goods from the old supermarket. I'll take the cork. I don't need anything else. There was lots of those around the supermarket. It may come in handy. Not like that. You said you exchange things. I'd like to exchange something.
Continue. We're listening.
I have this here precious stone.
Precious, you say? And what do you want for it?
Actually, I don't know. But I don't need the stone, and maybe you can give me something better.
Look, buddy. We both know it's just a common stone. But on the other hand, I like it. I'll give it to Tin Box. It'll suit him. Shut up, you. I'm trying to do business here. So we're gonna do a fair exchange. You give me the stone you don't need, and I give you some fruit sauce I don't like.
Fruit sauce? Are you serious?
I'm dead serious. It's a little bit old. Made from plums. There are plenty of them in that market. I feel sick just looking at it. Enjoy.
Oh, it smells like shit. It's not gonna bite me, is it?
No, man, it's just fermenting a bit.
I got this fruit from the homeless man. It doesn't look edible. Reporting a resistance member is not a duty, it is a necessity. Of course, couldn't disagree. Protect your card. That's a good one. Pity I didn't read that before they took mine. Poor girl. She must have been through a lot. There's something under her left hand. Looks like a book. I'll try to take the book carefully. She might not notice. She's smashed. I took her diary and she didn't even notice. Hi, may I speak with you? Well, it seems I can't. You're alone? Where are your parents? You're a quiet type, aren't you? That's no good, she won't say a word. Bad idea. It has a lock, so I can't open it. I can't force the lock, I might damage it. It's not going to happen. Waste of time. disease of the century, a new multiple vaccine. Bastards. Shame on them. When people were dying of it, the price of the vaccine was sky high.
Look who's here again, Tin Box.
Yes, it's me again. Can I speak with you?
Of course. Let's talk. We have plenty of time. All in all, I don't know much about her. Only that she was born here, and that she's a little bit retarded. It's not long since she lost her parents. But how did it happen? I don't know. And neither does Tin Box here. She hasn't said a word since then. Just sits there. We give her some food from time to time when we have something.
Have either of you noticed the girl being harmed?
Everyone minds his own business here. We have no choice.
And don't you care at least a little bit?
I didn't, and I don't.
I'll be going. Thank you.
No problem. Go.
Tom. I know you don't want me to get in trouble, but I need help.
Yeah. Spit it out, son.
I saw a young lady leaving this place some time ago. Did you have a great time?
When?
Several days ago. She's quite tall, well-developed, young.
Shut up. You know nothing. You've never seen her. Got it?
Yeah, sure.
That's better.
My parents surely didn't imagine this whole situation, and these times.
Your parents didn't imagine a lot of things. And this was one of them. And most of all, they didn't expect you were going to be raised by a fellow like me.
You've been a good teacher to me.
Your mother would think otherwise.
What about your business? Isn't it going well?
Did Andy tell you to ask these silly questions? You know for yourself how great I do. How many people in the slums can afford to buy a drink? I'll answer myself. 1. And there are about 300 people living in the neighborhood. That's not much, is it?
So why did you set up the bar then?
How many times have I told you already? It was in different times. The business was going well then. But then the state enforced new reforms for cities and citizens. Proclaimed reform politics. And the business went to hell.
I see one of your best barflies has favored you with his presence again.
Yeah. Without him, this place would be as empty as a broken glass. He's been doing nothing but drinking since he lost his family.
Well, that doesn't surprise me.
I don't know exactly what happened, but he blames Theolex and Endora. And on the contrary, he still defends the state. I don't know where he gets all that bullshit, and I don't care either.
You don't mind a bit?
Mind what? That he's a lunatic? Nah. He always falls asleep just before he manages to share his opinions with somebody anyway.
I have an old diary here. I need to read it, but it's locked.
What's the problem? Just tear the lock away.
Don't think that's a good idea. I don't want to damage the diary.
Let me see.
Think you can work it out?
Well, in fact, yeah. As a boy, I used to open these things with a hairpin.
Really? Can you open it for me?
Well, no. Hairpins don't exactly suit my style, if you know what I mean. Fetch me one and I'll see what I can do.
Yeah, but a hairpin shouldn't be too hard to find. I'll get one easily enough. I'm leaving. I can't just stand here.
Well, don't get yourself into something you can't handle.
took a spare ring from the key ring. There's no need to have more than one there. I had one extra on my keys. It can be shaped easily. It has a lock, so I can't open it. Waste of time. I'll try to straighten it out and give it the proper shape. Well, it looks like a hairpin, though it's a little deformed. Well, it's no masterpiece, but hopefully it'll do. Tom. Here's the hairpin in the diary. Do you think you can open it, please?
All right. Hope I can do it. Wait a minute. Yep, it's done. You better take it back. I don't want to know what's inside.
My dear diary, it has been such a long time since I last wrote in you. My last entry was written in my previous diary, taken from me by my daddy when the state searched our flat. Since then, my parents have been trying to find me a notebook to write in, but it's hard. They tried to make a living, but it's impossible without a card, so my parents have nothing to pay with. Luckily, I met a man a week ago on my way to the sewers. I was going to search through trash in the district border as usual. There's a container there. My daddy discovered it recently. There's a hollow under the container containing some scraps from a factory in the industrial district. A lot of things can be found there, and some of them can be sold so we can buy some food. When I went there, a man there was standing with androids and talking to them. It seemed they respected him. He was very nice to me and said he could get me some things. I'm to meet him again tomorrow. He said he would have something for me. April the 10th, 2045. My dear diary, the man was just playing with me. He was very bad to me. He lied. He had nothing for me. He just wanted me for himself. He dragged me somewhere and to do bad things to me. When I went to the container, he wasn't nice to me like before, but waited for me with an android. After a while, I started to run. My parents had been following me, and now they tried to block the android's way because he started to pursue me. He did terrible wrong things to my mommy, and then dragged her somewhere. She returned only a while ago and said it was all right. But then she forbade me to go anywhere far because it's too dangerous. Daddy warned me against him, and he was right. But I'm not afraid. Daddy can surely protect me. April the 11th, 2045. I'm afraid. I'm afraid so much. The man stalking me. I overheard my parents speaking about him. They said my mommy had to do something. I don't know what it was, but it wasn't nice. Somebody probably followed her when she was returning, so now the man knows where I live, and maybe he'll come here. My parents guard me. They don't let me go anywhere, but then again, I don't even want to. April the 13th, 2045. My dear diary, I'm so hungry. My daddy won't let us go out. He always goes searching for food and sellable stuff himself. Others are guarding us when he's away. My head aches badly. I feel nauseous. I haven't eaten for 3 days, and we have nothing to drink but river water. It's dirty. But We have to drink something. I overheard my parents speaking about the man again. They said that if Mummy went to him again, we would get some food and maybe a card for my daddy so he would be able to work again. April the 15th, 2045. I can't stand it anymore. We've been starving for 5 days now, but I don't want my mommy going to that man instead of me. It's my fault. So I'll set it right. After all, he was quite nice to me the first time. And hopefully the pawing won't be so bad. Surely not as bad as starving to death. April the 16th, 2045. I went there. I went to him, and it was horrible. His name's Peter or so, and he's a big gun in the government district. He said he was a high officer of the tech. He really was talking us. I only needed to go a short way from my home. His android waited for me and took me to an empty house. The man wanted me. He wanted the whole of me. But I smacked his face. Then his android beat me up. He threw me out of the door and said that he would have all my family killed. He probably doesn't know that we're already dying. I didn't think about it. I just knocked on the door and let him to do as he pleased. He gave me some food and water to let us live a bit better. He warned me that I must go to that deserted house every 3 days or he'll kill me and my whole family. April the 20th, 2045. I can't stand it anymore. I don't want my parents to find out. I'm trying to conceal it, but I'm unable to. I pretend I found the food and received the water from a nice man living nearby in the bar. Several months ago, he gave us some food, but now he's unable to. He said something about it not being possible because of money, and the man from the government district beats me more and more now. When I hesitate a little or he's displeased with something, he just hits me. My parents smell a rat. They don't believe me anymore, that I got all these bruises from falling. April the 21st, 2045. My daddy spied on me and saw where I got all the food and water. I got a beating from the man and then another from my daddy. He told me I mustn't go there anymore, but he doesn't realize it's better for me to suffer that way than starving. April the 23rd, 2045. Mummy decided to go to the man. When she returned, she was stained by blood and said it's all right now and that we may go out. The man won't harm us anymore. When I went to the house, I found him there, laying dead. I ran away and didn't want to return home. I went to my favorite place and looked out over the old desolate districts behind the slums. I'd like to go there sometimes. As soon as I returned home, my parents scolded me and told me I was not allowed to go anywhere, at least for some time. April the 29th, 2045. Police with androids came yesterday. They asked many questions. The woman that led them was not nice. My mommy didn't want them to speak with me, but she pushed her aside and then smacked her when she tried to stop her again. She asked about things like me knowing him and stuff. I didn't know what to say, and my daddy wanted to answer instead of me. The androids dragged him away and beat him. Then they dragged me aside too. I made a confession. I don't know whether I did well. The woman surely suspects something, and she's going to be visiting us day by day, beating me and my parents. Then they will drag us to the government district and kill us there. I'm so scared. April the 30th, 2045. She came again. It's just as I said. They took me to the government district. But luckily they brought me back later. They took my parents too. But they didn't interrogate them, just held them far, far from me. The investigator asked me where I was and when. She said somebody saw me carrying food and water. I told her I took it all from the same place as usual, and I described to her the place. After several hours, they let me go. Daddy was surprised they didn't murder any of us. They usually don't hesitate to kill. But I feel the investigator didn't want to kill innocent people, as if it somehow mattered to her. May the 10th, 2045. The woman hasn't visited us for a long time, but my parents want me to give them this diary. It could betray us. They're right, so I have to part with you. My dear diary, you helped me a lot. I wouldn't make it through these hard days without you. Now I just fear what will happen next. What if the woman comes again and this time doesn't let us go? They'll hold us there and kill us, all in a day or two, or worse. I know what happened to my aunt. She was dragged to the riverbank with her whole family, and their androids stripped her and beat her badly. Then they shot her little daughter dead in front of her and threw the body into the river. My aunt leaped into the water trying to catch it, and nobody has seen her since. It was punishment for begging outside one of the gates. That's why we have to hide you. Because if they do such things because of mere begging, what would they do as a penalty for this? So my parents are going to hide you safely. Bye. My dear diary, I love you.
Tom? I'm leaving. I can't just stand here.
Well, don't get yourself into something you can't handle.
Poor girl. She must have been through a lot. I'll leave her alone. She doesn't look like she wants to be stroked or anything. Hi, it's me again. Why don't you speak to me? Where's your diary? Don't search for it. I have it. I'm sorry for what happened to your aunt.
You've read my diary? How did you open it?
Well, I did.
Give it back, please.
Why haven't you written anything in it for so many days? And why did you have it here anyway? The last entry said your parents were going to put it somewhere safe. Was it supposed to be here on the ground? That was the safe place of theirs? So?
I don't have the key. They took it from me. They wanted to take the diary too, but they didn't have the time to do that.
Why? What happened to your parents?
To my mommy and daddy?
Yes. Where are they?
Strange woman came here. She was pretty and had beautiful clothes, but evil eyes. She came with androids. I was hidden. She didn't say anything. She just pointed.
At what? What happened?
First at my mommy, and then at my daddy. Androids ran at them. They screamed and tried to resist, but it was no use. I haven't seen them again since. I was left only with the locked diary because my mommy had the key. Will you give me my diary back, please?
I'm sorry, but I can't yet. I understand how important it is to you, but I need it.
Why? It's mine!
Yes, I know that. But the police need some evidence to close the case, and I need the case to be closed.
The police? All they ever did was hurt us.
I know, but they won't anymore, I promise. The diary will be returned to you by the investigator you've already spoken with. She'll come to speak with you again, but this time you will tell her the truth, right? You can't stay alone, and she can protect you, at least to a certain degree. I promise she won't do anything bad to you anymore.
All right. I believe you.
Good. Wait here until she comes. I'll tell her about you.
Wait. Please. What's your name?
Mine? Richard.
Thank you, Richard. My name's Lenka. You're very kind. I hope we meet again.
I don't think so. Wait here. I have to go. So here's the evidence he wanted.
Nonsense! How did you? But it doesn't matter. For all I care, there could be 10 more dead. All that matters is that I get back that detective job. Let them find someone else for this damn watchdog work. So who?
Well, actually I know more. First, your murderer is probably already dead. And second, the wife of the dead guy from the government district didn't only take revenge on you.
What? I don't understand.
It seems she had the parents of that girl killed. That's probably the reason the girl stopped talking.
And how did you find it out? Can you prove it?
I have evidence, and even a witness.
Really? So give it to me, quick.
Wait, I have one more condition. Promise you'll make sure the girl isn't harmed anymore. And that she will be well provided for.
I hope your evidence is worth it. But all right. You have my word.
Here's the diary containing descriptions of the days before the murder. The girl knows the rest.
But she doesn't talk.
She does, but you have to be a little bit sensitive.
Oh. I see you dealt with it really well. Good. So now I'm going to withdraw the androids and you'll be able to go inside, as I promised. But I don't know for how long they'll stay away. I plan to send them to search the nearby park, so this building's going to be free for maybe 3 weeks. But now get lost. In a few moments, this place will be clear. Bye for now.
You too. And thanks. She really kept her promise. It's hard to believe it. I hope it helps the girl, too. They haven't left yet. I think I should disappear for a while. poster reminds me of something. An old movie, maybe? I'll leave it alone. It's the only pretty thing in the place. Horror show! I'll be damned. The poster wasn't just decoration. The professor was a prudent guy. The video camera is homemade, but it's useful as a spying glass. Hopefully something useful is recorded on the disc, and I'll be able to play it. I wouldn't be surprised if the professor encrypted it. Anyway, Petrenko's murderer should be recorded here. A recording from the hidden camera monitoring the professor's apartment, and hopefully proof of my innocence. Bingo! I wasn't the last person who saw the professor alive. I don't care who that woman is. I just hope this will make good enough proof. This must be a great place to sleep. I'd love to have a nap, but there's no time. Nice cat. If it was mine, I'd call it Homer. Endora cream cheese pie? In the slums? I can't believe my eyes. Although, God knows what they mix into these in Endora. No, that could make me sick. I'm not used to that kind of food. Smoked cream cheese? What the hell is that? Tom keeps cheese in his bar, but it's hard like concrete. You can't eat it. No! I can't stand cheese. The symbol reminds me of something. Besides the freeze symbol. T in a circle. I've seen that before. And it was on a freezer as well. I see. T for treasure, maybe? Could there be a safe in the freezer? Endora used to present its important employees with those. I need to type in the right combination first. I can't think of any combination. I hope the professor didn't just choose random numbers. Great TV. Too bad it's too big for my apartment. I have no idea where to turn it on. Some kind of an old prize. I think they used to give it to the top scientists. I guess the professor must have been a top scientist too, because he got one. The small letters say the year 2013. Holds tight. I think I'll leave it where it is. I can see the professor was a charming man. Probably. Actually, I have no idea which one of them is him. And this is how the dear professor ended up. Blue rays, making a silhouette on the floor. I don't understand why the police are making so much fuss about it. I mean, we are in the slums. People get killed here on a daily basis. And all of a sudden there's a team of androids closing the crime scene, a detective, and all this advanced equipment. I don't know what it is, but something smells here. The police projector substitutes for ordinary chalk. Could you believe how many monitors one person could have in one room? I think these systems would rather control me than I control them. Scientific scribble. I can't make anything out of it. There's one more board at the back. It won't move. It's stuck. Scientific books. Unlabeled switch with an indicator. I hope nothing happens if I switch the switch. Nothing happened. At least nothing I could see. I don't know what it is, but it's definitely something important. The professor had a pretty pet, but the name's really weird. Homer, come here. Don't be afraid. Now, you see? Wait, where are you going? And it's gone. Never mind. It didn't just have a label with its name on the neck, but also some pendant with the word performium written on it. I wonder what that means. Damn, bad code. Damn, bad code. Great! Now I can see what the professor was hiding in there. Professor's personal documents. The rest is probably completely useless. I'll just leave it here. Theolex employee card. The kind only important people get. The professor's not going to need it anymore. Theolex entry pass of Professor Petrenko.
So, have you decided you want to die?
I don't think so. I have proof I wasn't the last one speaking with the professor.
What proof?
This one. It's a recording from...
Shut up, I'm not blind. Ah, an old friend of mine. I know this girl a little already. So you're not the murderer after all. What a shame. I hoped I'd be able to do away with the crackpot who killed the professor myself. But what can I do? Let's go upstairs instead of standing here in the middle of the warehouse. So you want to become part of the resistance, to fight the establishment.
Exactly.
Considering you found that proof, you're probably worth cooperating with. I had a feeling you didn't murder him, but I had no evidence to the contrary. Anyway, let's get to the point. The resistance fights the establishment with its bare hands. We don't have androids, we don't have equipment, we don't have anything. Endora, Theolex, the state, they all go for our throats.
But the fellow from the bar thinks the state is fine.
Yes, but times are changing. The state's probably starting to suspect something, so it's trying to protect its position. Let's continue. So we have to help ourselves. Endora's planning something right now, but nobody knows what. It's known that Endora is halting some of its constructions, though, and it seems quite strange. Theolex isn't exactly innocent either, but we'll keep that for another time. And in the first place, you have to find some documentation from the construction. Anything you can lay your hands on. Now, you'll have to get inside their local office somehow, but all in secret. If something happens to you, or someone catches you, it will be the end.
But I don't have...
The card, I know. Now you have one. Go and do what is needed. Don't return here until you have all the documents. Do you have any questions?
Who are you?
Look, when you're here longer, you will get to know two things. The first one is my name, and the second one is that names aren't important at all. Until then, you can call me No Name.
What are Endora and Theolex planning?
Do you think that if we knew we would be sending you out spying? We don't know yet, and you'll have to find out.
It doesn't seem like a simple matter to me. Why are you sending me?
They already know most of us. They have us recorded on cameras. We cannot get inside as easily as you can.
Well, I should go. I've got enough information for now.
I think so too. Now get out of here and don't return without those documents. And I probably don't have to remind you that if you say a word about any of this to anybody, you'll end up with a hole in your head, or worse. Actually, wait a minute. I can give you this useful toy.
What is it?
The only thing I can give you that can help you in your mission. An EMP gun. It can paralyze an android or anything electronic for a while. The android won't know that it's been paralyzed, but be careful so that nobody else sees you.
And what happens if I use it on something different than an android?
Can't tell you. It can do a different thing every time.
Thanks. I think it could be useful. I received this thing from No Name. He said it's able to paralyze an android for a short while, but that I must never be seen using it.